Hi, I've got some news for you. We're going to, as a university, make the move from Moodle to Canvas. Now, you might be asking, why are we doing this? And it's a good question. It's been a conversation for quite a few years here at Flinders. Well, we've been looking at the bigger ecosystem that wrap around the LMS. And when we've asked those questions, we found some real advantages to making the move. I'll give you a couple of examples. At the moment, we have Collaborate to do our synchronous teaching. We know that that doesn't hit the mark for a lot of staff. And so with Canvas, we will be able to work with Microsoft 365 and use Teams in order to do synchronous teaching. Also, we're looking at expanding into non-award courses, micro-credentials, and there's a great suite that they have with Canvas whereby we can do the digital budgeting and also have that kind of catalogue facility. Another reason is the support. Now, we have a great team in the library that during business hours give you support for Flow. With moving to Canvas, we will be able to have 24/7 support for you, to be able to have people at the end of the phone whenever you need it. And then lastly, we're able to keep updated better. Because of the way that Canvas is hosted, it means that every 3 weeks we'll have the most recent updates being introduced into the system. So overall, the ecosystem we believe is a lot stronger for us. Now, I know hearing this news, you're probably going to have different reactions. Some of you might be excited. Some of you might have used Canvas before and thinking, yes. Some of you might be thinking, not more change. And some of you might be thinking, I just can't cope with extra work in order to do this. These are all normal reactions, and we're going to progress with the transition in a way that we're going to try and help support you through these different reactions. So how are we going to do it? Well, the first thing that's important for you to know is that we're going to keep Moodle in place throughout the whole of 2023, and people can gradually transition over to Canvas as they're ready. So there's no one date where we're asking you to suddenly move over to Canvas. We're going to make sure that you're supported in this. We're going to make sure that the transition of your material from your Flow starter sites is moved into what will become your Canvas starter sites. We're going to be using the same digital learning guidelines to make sure that we're meeting the expectations that we want to see. We're going to support you in this. If you are one of those excited people who've used Canvas before or want to be an early adopter, we're going to engage you with a community of practice and use you to help train others and to buddy up with people to help support them. If you're one of those people who thinks, oh, there's a lot of change going on, well, I'm not going to lie to you. There still will be some change in how we work in using the new system, but we're going to keep some things consistent for you. So the Flow starter sites will have a similar feel in Canvas as they do in Moodle, and we'll keep the digital learning guidelines similar. In the next few days, you'll be getting a link so that you can have a look at the sandpit for Canvas. There'll also be open drop-in sessions that you're welcome to come, see the demos, ask as many questions as you want. We'll be doing road shows around to each of the colleges. We'll also be doing lots of training. We'll also be having just-in-time self-guided training. We'll have exemplars in place. So lots of things in place there to support you as you make this transition. So, what am I asking for now? Well, first of all, for those of you who are keen to be those early adopters, please get in touch with us, and we'd love to engage you in the conversation to make sure that we can move this transition forward. Secondly, we'd like you to be having a conversation with your TPDs to talk about what would be a good coordinated approach for you to move ahead with who transitions. Wouldn't it be great if we get all our high volume undergraduate and postgraduate courses transitioning so our first years in 2023 get to experience the new platform? And the last thing I really want to say to you is that this decision has not been made for any financial reasons. There are no job losses as part of this change. Everybody who currently works in connection with Moodle will still be employed here at Flinders, and we'll be using them to make sure that we have a successful transition, and then moving on from that we have enhancement activities to make sure we continue offering a great learning experience. Thank you for your time. I look forward to working with you as we go through this transition. Thanks.